Pradeep, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Yeah, hi. It's almost 1 a.m. actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in.
Um, sure, Pradeep. Should I start?
Yeah, over to you, Yupanam. Yep. Yep. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, since I think there's no further questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys all see my screen?
Yep. Can see.
Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead then. So, good morning, everyone. I'd like to start with saying a thank you to all of you for attending this event and this session. I know it's a Saturday there, and I'm sure you have a lot of plans going on, and yet you choose to attend this event. So, yeah, you choose to learn something new, and I really appreciate that. So, in today's session, what we'll talk is we'll discuss, we'll learn about creating a business card reader app using PowerApps and AI Builder. And along with that, we'll also learn how we'll link all the information that's scanned using the AI Builder into the SharePoint list. Before we begin into the session, I would like to introduce myself. So yeah, my name is Poonam Pahari, as Pradeep just mentioned. So I'm working as a software engineer QA at Leapfrog Technology. So Leapfrog is a US-based company which is located in Nepal as well. So we are a gold partner in collaboration and content and project and portfolio management. Uh, for me, I am a certified teamwork administrator associate, and I have also earned 4 of the Microsoft badges. So, talking about my experience, I have been working as a QA for last 3 years, and in this platform, I'm fairly new. So, I've been working in Power Apps for last 1.5 year now. So, yeah, since I am working as a QA and I came from a background where I was working with web application and mobile application, and when I started working with Power Platform, I found it intriguing because it was quite different from what I was used to. Right, that's how I started learning the development process myself. So I think that you can't know where the things break until you can actually make them, right? So that's how the journey began for me. So yeah, that's all about me. So let's go forward and discuss what we have in today's session. So the first thing we'll talk about is about the AI Builder. I'll give a very brief introduction about what AI Builder is, and then we can know more about the business card reader also. So once we have gone through all these two theoretical topic, we'll go through a very short demo. So I'm sure most of you guys are interested into knowing how to actually build an application, right? So we'll not like we'll not dive into the theory part. We'll go directly to the app building process of creating a business card application, and then we'll also learn how we can integrate the app with SharePoint. So yeah, let's begin with the AI Builder introduction. So AI Builder is a new addition to Power Apps. It was released on June 10, 2019. It was just last year, right? It had a preview version that was released. So till date, the AI Builder has not released all the feature, and still some of the features are based on geographical location. So when you go to the prod, all the features are not available for all the locations. So what AI Builder is, it's a Microsoft Power Platform solution which brings AI through a point and click experience with a very low code manner. So what happens is whenever we think about AI, the first thing that comes to our mind is it's very complex, right? It's very complex and it's very hard to learn. But what AI Builder does is it solves all the complexity and it provides us a very simple way of integrating AI with our application. So AI Builder is available to be directly used in Power Apps as well as Flow. So yeah, let me. Yeah. So if you see here in the Power Apps, you'll see that there's a section called AI Builder, where you'll if you go to the build, you'll be able to see all the models that are available for.
Poonam, maybe you are sharing a different screen.
Oh, sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Let me reshare. Uh, uh, is, is is this visible, Pradip? Is the Power Apps visible?
Yes, it is. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, as I was saying, if you go to the Power Apps Builder, you'll see that there's an AI Builder section where you'll see under the build, there are different models under AI Builder. So and the topmost, these are the custom models. So which means that the user can still leverage the pre-made model, but it needs to be customized. And when you go down here is there are like a productive model that's provided by the AI builder. So they are pre-built, they're pre-made. So the user don't have to do any customization. They can directly use it and leverage it in their application, right? So you don't need to know a lot of about AI to use this application. So here you can see there are text recognition, key phrase extraction. You can do entity extraction. You can also have your sentiment analysis. There's so many options and so many possibilities with the AI Builder that you can implement in your application itself. So for today, we'll be only talking about the business card reader. Let me get back to the slides. Okay. So as we just saw that business card reader was just a part of a productive model. So productive model is also known as a pre-built AI builder, right? So what a business card reader is it uploads and take images of the business cards from a phone, of course. So you can just simply go in, log into the app and take a picture of your business card. And what AI Builder does is it scans the images and processes and provides you with the key fields like your first name, your last name, the phone number in the card, websites, or any job position or the company name. So it provides with all the information there. You just have to simply log in, and your users have to simply use it in the application and nothing else. So AI business card reader is a combination of AI and is a good combination of AI and Microsoft Cognitive Services. So here what you'll see is we know that AI have been so much advanced, right? So it's in the AI builder, we're not just converting the images to the text, but what we are also doing is we are analyzing those texts and also taking a decision like looking at the image, you'll say that is this the first name of a person? Is this the last name of the person? That's all done by the business card reader itself. So it's that smart. So yeah, let's jump towards the demo then. Okay, just give me a moment. Can you guys see my video here?
Not so far, Poonam.
Okay, my bad. Just what about now? Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry about that. So this is a basic application of Business Card Reader. So what you see is all the basic fields that a business card has, right? So what we'll do is we'll just scan a business card. So if you go here, I'm just going to scan one of the cards that I have. So as you see, this is being processed, and all this information are uh, fetched by the business card reader itself. So you can see some of the fields are still blank, right? And that's the limitation of the business card reader. Sometimes not able to fetch all the information, or it's not able to fetch all the languages either. Those are the limitations that's still happening in the AI Builder, and I guess Microsoft is working on those as well. So for now, we have this information, and in the application, when we click on save, so what it does is, so in the SharePoint uh, list, if you can see, it saves this info, right? And the next thing is you can also see the original image that I initially uploaded. So this is the original image, and you have the clear image. So this is the application we are going to build today. Let's I just So let's just go ahead and build an application. I'm just going to select a business card reader. Let me know if you guys have any questions here. Yeah, so business card reader, you can use it in an app or in a flow, right? So you can directly do it from here. So I'm going to use it in an app. Okay. So the one thing that we have to be mindful about when we're using business card reader is that you need to have a AI builder license, right? That you can see it in the screen as well. If you don't have the license, neither you nor your users will be able to use it. So the component you see here, this is the business card reader that will actually scan your cards. So that's it, right? This is the component that will scan. Once you have all your text input, your labels, you'll be able to have a full app. It's that easy, right? So other way you can insert this business card reader is from you go to the insert, and then you go to the AI builder. The list of all the pre-made models. So you just select one of them, and like you are good to go. So I just selected business card, so I have them, right? So if I go to play and scan an app, uh, you see the cards here. Since we don't have any inputs here, you'll not be able to see the fields. So let's do this. We'll add a text. First, let's add a label. So let's say this is the full name, right? And then we'll add an input text. Since we are fetching the information from the business card, we will use business card reader 1 dot we need a full name, right? So we'll use full name. And that's it. You see that it just pulled out Ram Chaudhary from this particular card itself. So let's do this for this as well. Let's get the label. It's taking a bit to process. Okay. Let me just restart the session and we'll go back. So I'll show you the way that we can insert the okay. So we go and select a phone layout. This way we have a blank canvas, right? So we can go into the insert and click on AI Builder and get the business card reader component. Okay. I'm just going to repeat the same process of adding label and text. Full name. And then go ahead and add a text input for the name. So you're using business card reader, and we're trying to fetch full name, so it's full name. Okay. It's easy if you have preloaded your card before so that you can see the value. Right now it's completely blank, right? So I have our next input and our label. Yes. I'll just copy this. For this, we can have it this card reader address. We have multiple options for the addresses. I'll select the city. You can also add and concatenate other city, country, and everything. So for this label, I'll add phone number. And it's the same drill here as well. For now, I'm only going to use 3 labels just so that it's quicker for us. And I'm going to add a button. That's called favorite. Okay. So what we've done is we basically have our business card ready. So if you go here, choose a card. So you see that all the information here. Text input. Let's check for the address. Okay, let me just reinsert it. We have our city and everything. So we have fetched our information. So it's that easy, right? The next move is trying to save this information in our SharePoint list. So for that, what we have to do is go to the SharePoint. So in the SharePoint, you have to create a new. Let me just move ahead. We'll have to create a new site if you don't have that. So let's just call it a business site for now. To create a site, if you have to give a permission to anyone, you do that as well. And that's it. So you have your site ready. And now you'll need to make your list. So we have a list which is called as business card info. Yeah. So we have the application. Okay. So we have the application, but we have not connected it with our any of the data sources, right? On the Dataverse, as the terminology has been changed. So what we can do is we can go to the data and we can connect with the SharePoint connectors. You go to SharePoint, connect with the one you have. I'm connecting here. So you connect it with the list. So you just copy the URL and paste it. So that's easier for you. So here you see the list of all the lists you have. So right now, since I have only business card info, I'll just need to select that one. Yeah, we are good to go. So you can see that we have connected our application with our list, right? So what you need to do is go ahead and when you click this save button, you'll need to patch this information within SharePoint, right? So you can do is patch your list name, all right? Then default into your list. So what so you need to have the field that you need to send into the SharePoint. So the first thing I'll show you here in the list is there are multiple columns that you can have. Right now it's just title, right? So in the application we have full name, address, and phone number that we want to send into the site. So what we do is we'll go ahead, change the title name to, let's say it's full name. And then we add another column for address and save it. And then another one for phone number as well. So you can see that we have our full name, address, and phone number columns ready. All we need to send the information from here. So what you need to do is insert you since the column name was initially title, right? In the apps as well, it asks you to insert that one. It will not take full name, so you need to insert title. And what is the field you need? So this one, then this input text is text input. Let's rename it to txt. Full name, right? It's best practice is to change the name so that it's we don't get confused. So you go here, change it txt. You have your full name and you want to fetch your text, so it's just text. So that's it. Another thing you need to fetch is address. So let me just do this. I'm not sure what's not showing up. Let's try with the phone number. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to sync up with our site and addresses. In that time, you just need to wait a bit of a moment and just look into it. So for now, let's try with text and we can go ahead with
Yeah,
others as
Poonam,
well.
One thing you can try is you can go to app and do a app start and then also refresh the data source to pick up the columns.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah, no problem. If you go to Power Apps, right, do
Yeah.
app start and then refresh the data source also. Not here, but go to Power Apps.
Okay.
And then under all the way to the left, there's a bar, right? That data bar. Click on that database icon. Where
Oh,
earlier you added that, and then go and click on the three dots next to it.
oh, you want me to refresh this?
Yeah,
Okay.
refresh that. So that way, all of the definition, everything, you're forcing it to pick up whatever definition you have in your SharePoint, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have
Yeah.
to wait. You don't have to launch the app again.
Oh, that worked. Thanks. Thanks, Uday.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So another thing we need to do then, we need to see the input text for the address. It says text input 2. So we rename that as well. The address, and we get back here. We have our address, and we again need to get the text here as well. Then we need our phone number and the text field for this. It's a bit time consuming to do this. It may seem like a time consuming to do this, but once you get used to it, it's not a lot actually.
And also, Pooja,
So
I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's another way, right? I mean, you're doing awesome. So I'm
yeah,
just
I know.
couple of things are you could also do submit form, right? That way you don't have to write
Yeah, yeah.
dispatch, right? That's another easier
Actually,
way to do it.
that's one of the way I'm going to show. So I'm
Oh,
going to
okay,
show
awesome.
multiple.
Okay, sorry
Yeah.
for stepping in here. All right,
No,
good,
no, it's fine. It's fine. Fine.
awesome.
Okay. Thank you for that. Then we have our text. Okay. So you can see that we have formatted this and we have all our information. So once we go and play this, let's select some other cards, right? Go ahead. We have here. You can also correct this information if sometimes you get the wrong information or sometimes the information not fetched. You can just do that. So just 123 High Street. Let's do that and save this information. So once you do that and refresh here, you can see all the information is fetched and it was that easy, right? I Uday, right? So he just told us that there's another way we can do that, and which is much simpler actually. I just wanted to show you how many different ways we can do it. So if you go here and select a form, actually, so here what you can do is you can connect your data. You can connect it directly. You connect your form directly with your SharePoint list. So what it does is whatever the columns we have in our list, it directly fetch all this information here so that we don't have to do all the tasks that we were doing before. You have it here. So let's see. And the column that you don't need, you can remove it and you can add your AI builder here. And yeah, you can have your app as easy as that. So you go to so when you're in the form, what happens is all these fields are locked. So you have to go to advanced and unlock them and then go and edit in the same way we did before, like business card reader. This one is business card reader 2. So we'll go here. We have our business card reader 2 dot full name, right? So that's how you can where did I go? Hit change here. So in the same way, you can change unlock all these fields and just add the information as you need. And there you have your your business card scanner application. It's fairly easy. It doesn't take this long, only because I'm teaching and it's taking this long. But when you're doing it yourself, you get used to it and you get learn this quickly as well. So I hope you guys learned something new in this session. And if you have any more questions, I would be happy to take them. Thank you.
Poonam, seems that there are a few questions in the chat section by
Oh, let me see chat then. Mhm. Um, is patch same as insert update in SQL? It is kind of same. You can it's the same thing you do in SQL as well. Insert and update. So that's what I used the patch for. Another question is from
No,
okay, I think
I was
yeah,
clarifying this.
it's
Yeah.
telling me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So no, as you were talking, I was making sure other people were kind of following. So the question there is at the bottom where from above, how does it classify different names? For example, Home Financial is a company name. However, Supervisa Insurance also looks like a company name. How does it classify different names? I can take that if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, feel free to. So we can team up here and tackle this. This is a good question for sure. So this is a pre-built model, right? So Microsoft has a standard format of what a business card look like. So you really can't say, okay, I want my company name here versus there, but you can train. You can definitely train these. Let's say you want to create your own model. Let's say for your company has a different model of business card, and the informations are everywhere. You can definitely create. You can train a model, meaning you have to upload up to 5 pictures and you create your custom model and then you publish that and then basically say, hey, everyone use this model for our custom need. So that is a drawback of using a standard template, right? So it's geared for actually just North America, I would say, how the business card is. Right now, the only supported language is English, right? And it's not even, other languages are not even supported.
Yeah.
And I do have to agree with Srishti. I love the presentation, definitely. So Poonam, great job.
Uday, thank you for helping me in. I'm fairly
Oh,
new at
absolutely.
this as well. So yeah, we're
Oh,
learning
no
as we
worries.
go, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, this is brand new. Every day, new things come up, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, this is definitely awesome, and I like your kind of presentation style. So definitely, good job.
Thank you. If there's anything more questions on this.
So I can add a couple of things around AI Builder. Pradeep, do we have a couple of minutes, or do you have another presenter kind of lined up
I
already?
think we still have a few minutes remaining.
Okay.
So before we can start the next one.
If that's okay, I would
Still
like
have,
to share a couple of things. Okay.
yeah, sure, sure.
Um, okay, so there are pre-built models. I want to say how many? 7 or 8, right? There are already pre-built
Yeah.
models. Like you said, June 2019, during I was at MBAS, and that's when they announced. So previous night we had to kind of, I was on a hackathon working with other Microsoft folks. So it was like, I remember vividly when it was released, and now it has gone a long way, and it's in preview, not in preview, actually GA. Some of these are in GA. The recent announcement a couple of last week or earlier this week, last week, 2 weeks ago, I think earlier this month actually, form processing is the biggest problem, right? When you have a form, you're trying to scan it and mark those data and put it in your database. You, before you had to create, for each template, you had to create one model, right? Say you had in a company, you had 20 different types of forms, you had to create 20 different models. Whereas now, it's in preview, but what you can do now is you can support, it can support up to 100 type of different forms. By obviously, it requires you to take 5 pictures of each of these models, like scan, take 5 of those same template, And then, but you can have in one model, you can have 100 different types. Imagine how much automation you can do, right? In a big company, you'll have different variety of different types of forms. So it's just big. I just wanted to kind of throw that out. No excitement? Okay, I get that.
That's a lot of information. Thank you, Uday, for that.
Yeah, no worries. No, I mean, this AI builder is definitely going to be based for all of these automation, especially legacy applications, right? When you have paper-based, even in our country, right? A lot of those are paper-based, so we can easily automate these business processes.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I think is there any further questions on the chat? So is there
pricing? It's pricing is very weird. You have to buy per model, and then also it's a service, meaning how many, like say I'm doing a project currently. It could be Azure Cognitive Services, it could be AI Builder, it could be RPA with AI Builder, right? Various path. Even with SharePoint Syntax, right, which is the document collaboration side, the pricing is very weird. If you go with AI Builder, one service is considered as one PDF document, one page. So there is a calculator. I'll find the calculator and see if I can find that, and I'll put it on the chat here. But you can definitely run, say, I have 1200 PDF to scan. I have this and that, and so different models. That I'll find that calculator. I'll put it in here. Yep, absolutely will do.
Yeah, I think this was it. So with this, Uday, is there anything more you want to add, or we can close?
No, this is good. I know you said a couple of minutes, so I don't want to take. I basically eavesdropping here, so thank you for allowing me to. I just saw and I was like, I got excited. I was like, you know what? This is it. I want to go network and see. I mean, I'm happy to come and speak next time.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Cool.
So with this, yeah, thank you so much, Poonam, for your wonderful presentation. It was really interesting. It was really, I think many people really enjoyed it. And thanks to you for making, adding the cherry on the top. So with this, let's move on to the next session. The next session is by Assis Baral. So